Hello. Okay, now this video is about male psychology. Male psychology, which is actually it took me about I think about 2 weeks lah for me to do the research, and it's quite because I've read a lot of books and everything about male psychology. Sebenarnya tak banyak books pasal male psychology, banyak kepada woman punya psychology, which is very funny tu. Sebab tu bagi I dalam hati I cakap, ya Allah, actually kita perempuan sebenarnya complicated, tapi kita rasa lelaki complicated. Huh? Okay, now I want to break it to you, about male psychology. How to read men like a book. Huh? How to read them like a book. In fact, I tell you, benda ni, taktik ni, I bagi you ada berapa cara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ada 7 ways for you to read men like a book. In fact, you can actually use this in your workplace also. How to read your boss like a book. If your boss is a man lah. If your boss is a woman, it's slightly tricky. Okay, now I bagi you the first one. First and foremost, empty your mind. Do not be biased. Do not be biased in the sense of why I say that. If you have feelings for him, try not to have that much of feelings for him. Because if you like him so much, you will be biased. You will be biased. You faham? So let's say you want to know him, you really, really want to know what is underneath the skin. What is actually underneath this guy that I really want to find out. First of all, you punya bias, you kena tolak tepi. You like him so much, control your emotion. Relax, tell yourself, maybe I do not like him that much. I want to study him first. I want to get to know this guy first before I tell myself that I like him. Maybe it's infatuation, maybe it's attraction, but it's not love. You faham? Okay. You kena empty. Apa-apa you buat ni, you kena empty your mind first. Sebab tu, if you train yourself to be always aware, you are always mindful, you are always self-aware, I cakap dengan you can do this very easy. Faham? You tak boleh ada perasaan macam I think I'm falling in love with him. You tak kenal dia lagi, you dah fall in love. Snap out of it. You cannot have the bias. Kalau you ada that bias, I tell you, this is not going to work. This strategy is not going to work. Number one, Number dua. Okay, number dua. You do not be too pushy. You jangan push dia apa-apa. Do not push him for commitment. Do not push him for anything. Do not push him to label the relationship. What are we? Actually, you nak apa sebenarnya? Kita dah dating for how many months now? Actually, what do you want? Where do you see us going? Do not push. Relax. Nampak? Sebab tu I cakap dengan you. Nombor satu tadi. Empty your mind. If you cannot empty your mind from the very beginning, game over. You will never know who he really is. I tell you. You cannot be too pushy. Too pushy means you really push yourself. You macam hungry. You macam kebulu. I give you an example. Contoh macam makan. Kita lapar. Time kau lapar kebulu macam nak mampus. Kau dah satu hari daripada pagi sampai ke petang kau tak makan. Tiba-tiba kau nampak makanan, kau makan. Makan sampai kenyang. Lepas you kenyang, even the most beautiful cream brulee or chocolate cake moist or whatever datang kat you dah tak larat dah. You akan surrender, you akan tak angkat tangan. You tak nak. Because you know what? Because you dah kenyang. Same with this concept. You cannot be too pushy. Do not be too pushy. Let him be hungry for a while. You have to make him hungry for your attention. You have to make him hungry for your whatever, your attention, your kindness or whatever. You faham tak? You do not be too pushy. Kalau you are too pushy, you cannot see. Nampak? If you are too pushy, bila nak call ni, lepas tu you marah-marah dia, you will never see this. You will never see perangai dia yang sebenar. Sekarang ni I nak ajar you macam mana nak tengok perangai lelaki yang sebenar. Do not be pushy. If you're pushy, that's it. You cannot see. You tak boleh nampak. Kena jaga emosi. Being pushy is actually very emotional. It's very needy. Faham? Jaga emosi. Do not be too pushy, okay? Lepas tu, okay, another technique. Macam mana you don't want to be too pushy? Don't ask too many questions. Jangan tanya banyak. Let him talk. You faham? Ni, zip mulut, relax, chill. Sebab tu I cakap, don't be too pushy. Don't ask too many questions. Itu, ini. You nak buat apa lepas ni ya? Ni. No. Just go with the flow. Then you know his attention. You faham? You faham tak? I'm handing you a very powerful weapon here. I'm telling you, bukan senang. 2 minggu I buat research nak tahu psychology of men. It's not easy because there's not many books talking about the psychology of men. Okay. You actually, bila you buat macam tu, you don't talk too much. You actually seolah-olah macam you are creating a pattern. A pattern on your relationship ni. You are creating some kind of pattern. When men gets into one kind of pattern, they will be comfortable. That is where the comfort ends. That is where he becomes comfortable with you. Comfortable. So bila dia comfortable, he will sleep. Sleep maknanya he will fuck up. Somehow or other, when you actually make him so comfortable, because you're not pushy. You don't ask question. You relax, just go by the flow. Dia nak pergi tengok wayang. Okay, let's go. What do you think? After that, he will actually go into a pattern. He will sleep. You trust me. When he sleeps, you can see. Sebab tu I cakap dengan you, number one tadi. Clear your bias. Clear your you have to empty your mind. You must be very open-minded. Kalau tak, you tak nampak. Okay. Nombor 3. Look for incompensation. Incompensation is actually you try and look for his weakness and exploit that. I'm sorry, girls. This is going to be a little bit dark because I want you guys to actually understand the man. I don't want you guys to be in a wrong relationship. So, look for his weakness. Okay. Macam mana nak buat? You tengok some people, lelaki yang sadar-sadar, he's very good. Maybe he's very good at what? At the gym. But he cannot swim. He's not a swimmer. He cannot even swim. Some guys who very good at sport, but when it comes to like duduk diam atas sofa, do nothing, he cannot do it. Okay. Lepas tu, maybe he's good at talking. Maybe he's very good at talking. Talk, cakap. But he's not very good at listening. Pay attention. You faham? Look for incompensation. Maknanya you are looking for his weakness. Nampak? And try to exploit that. A little bit. His weakness. Okay? Contoh macam he is actually, how do I say this? There's this one guy. He's an Air Force guy. Datuk sama. He loves to hug. He's a hugger. But he doesn't like kissing. Nampak? He's a hugger. Dia memang apa-apa memang dia suka peluk. But he doesn't like kissing. It happened to me. I know him. I know that guy. I had some kind of fling lah with him for one time tu adalah, you know, he's a hugger, he loves to hug, but ada lelaki yang he doesn't he doesn't he doesn't like intercourse, but he likes you give him blowjobs. Look for in conversation, because everybody, hello girls, manusia semua ada kelemahan. Everybody have weakness. Every one of you, even me, kita ada weakness. We look for that. Nampak? I nak you all jadi smart girls. Smart girls. Look for that and try to exploit it. I tell you, if you do this, this is a bit dark. I cakap dengan you, this is very dark. Tapi kalau you buat macam ni, I tell you, he is going to worship you forever. I tell you. Because sebab tu I cakap dengan you, trick dia pada awal. Jangan kejar jantan. Jangan kejar jantan and do not fall in love so fast. Because if you fall in love so fast, you cannot have a clear mind. And you cannot see all this. You tak nampak benda ni semua. You sibuk, you, I, look at me. Faham? Faham? I want you to be a smart woman. Look for his weakness. Okay, tadi yang nombor 3. Okay, nombor 4. Tengok, I siap buat notes lagi, okay? Because it really took me quite some time to actually gather all the points together. Okay, number 4. Get him to be emotional and see what he does. Get him to be emotional. Lelaki sebenarnya, ramai yang cakap lelaki tak ada emosi. Siapa cakap? I nak cakap dengan you. Siapa cakap? They do have emotion. It's just that daripada awal, daripada kecil, I have 2 boys. I've got 2 boys of my own children. Daripada kecil lagi, kita dah cakap dengan dia. Bila dia nangis ke apa, kita dah cakap, ish, lelaki tak baik nangis. Alah, lelaki kot. You have to be strong. You know why? From the very beginning, daripada awal lagi, mak dia dah cakap, jangan nangis. Lelaki nangis tak elok, buruk. So what do? They don't show it. They have the emotion, but they don't show it. Nampak? So what do? What do you do now? Get him emotional and see how he reacts. Nampak? I nak you all baca lelaki ni macam baca buku. Satu. Pam. Oh, okay, right. Now I know. You know? Break up with him. Maybe you just... I tak nak kat you lah. I think you and we cannot be together. I'm sorry. Goodbye. Have a nice life. Break up with him. Or maybe create an argument with him. Create an argument. You tengok macam mana dia react. Tengok, I nak you all. I tell you, I'm handing you a very powerful weapon right now. Kalau you all tak pandai guna ni, I tak tahu nak cakap. Okay. Lepas tu, lagi satu. Macam mana nak get him emotional? Create space. Space meaning what? Space bukannya ruang. Bukan in terms of ruang, maknanya rumah, space, rumah kecil, bilik kecil ke bilik besar. No. Create space in a sense of you become, suddenly out of a sudden you busy. For 2 weeks, you tak boleh nak jumpa dia because you're busy at work. Create space, babe. When you create space, men will automatically, ni automatic button tau, they become emotional. And tengok apa dia buat. Will he find you? Will he try and call you? Or maybe he will drop by your office or something. Let's go and have dinner at your office since you're busy. That means he's serious about you, nampak? Kata kalau macam kau hilang, kau create space, dia pun hilang. Bye lah, goodbye lah, kan? Okay. Lepas tu macam mana? You make him emotional. Make him jealous. Get him jealous. I do have a personal trainer. I dekat gym, you know, this guy, blah blah blah. He's a guy. Out of a sudden, ada personal trainer and he's a guy. Get him jealous. You faham tak? This is how you try to get him to be emotional. Okay? Okay, lagi satu. Preemptive breakup. Maknanya you tengah happy, tiba-tiba you rasa macam, I think you and I I think we cannot go very well lah. Okay, alright. Have a nice life. Kau tengok apa jadi? Make him emotional. This is how you make any guy emotional. But I tell you do it with caution. You buat benda ni adalah untuk lelaki yang you suka. You tak suka dia tolong, jangan buat. Kau tak suka dia, kau tolong jangan buat. Because it's very manipulative. Okay? Alright. Nombor 5. Find his source of power. What is his power sebenarnya? Every one of us, kita semua manusia semua masing-masing ada superpower. Ada superpower masing-masing. Okay, so fine. Katakan he loves money. Actually very easy Untuk I, Capricorn man, they love money. Dia orang ni berjalan dengan mata tanda ringgit ni. He loves money. If he loves money, he will use money to impress you. Nampak? You find his source of power. Ada setengah dia punya source of power is actually helping people. Some people, their source of power is actually helping people. They feel good when they help people. Okay? So, what do? Maybe he will also help you. You understand? You kena tahu his source of power. What is his source of power? Some people, he loves his job. Contoh macam I love my job. So you have to find the source of power. That means when he loves his job, that means his tendency is actually very workaholic. Maybe he wants to get somewhere in 5 years. He have some financial plan or whatever. Faham tak? So you need to know his source of power. What is his source of power? And how do you fit into that? Faham? Okay? Okay, now. Katakan contoh, this guy, his source of power is money. He's got tons of money. And then tiba-tiba dia bagi you handbag. Harga 2-3 ribu. You feel like it's really big. But actually to him it's not. To him, that is actually very small investment. Compared to the guy who is actually earning less. Katakan mamat ni gaji 4-5 ribu je. Tiba-tiba dia belikan kau handbag harga 2-3 ribu. Don't you think that the one with the lesser money is actually better? Actually translate, telling you that he actually sanggup sacrifice. This is sacrifice, Nampak tak? You nampak tak? Can you see what I'm trying to tell you right now? Korang perempuan kena jadi cerdik. Okay, lagi satu. Let's say his source of power, let's say, is his time. Some people, they simply just busy because masa dia tu sangat berharga. Dia pergi entertain kawan-kawan apa semua. Adalah benda dia buat bidding ke apa ke. Maybe he has his own business or whatever, blah 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 blah. But if he invest time on you, he invest some time on you, that means it's a big sacrifice. You faham tak? You understand what I'm saying tak? You kena cerdik, babe. You all girls kat luar sana, kena cerdik tengok benda-benda ni semua. Lelaki kalau dia kaya, if he gives you a car, maybe, then yes, it's a big sacrifice. Tapi kalau dia bagi kau, I bagi contoh, there's this one girl, I tell you, it's already 18 minutes, I'm gonna cut short a little bit this video. There's this one girl, dia bercinta dengan laki orang. Laki orang tu adalah bos dia. And then happen to be, dia punya birthday actually sama dengan mamat tu punya wife punya birthday. So on the same date. Both of them are Libra girls. And kelakar. Ini memang cerita memang kelakar. She came back. That day is her birthday. So she told me. Dia kata, babe, hari ni birthday aku. Kau tahu tak mamat tu bagi kat aku apa? Dia pun tunjuk kat I, jam. Belikan dia jam. Brand Tissot lah. Patut I cakap kat dia, babe, harga tu aku rasa dalam 2,000 kot, babe, jam tu. You know what? She's so happy. She thinks that the guy loves her. Really loves her. Tapi mamat tu, that guy is a CEO. He earns around 500,000 a month. Giving a birthday gift which costs less than 2,000 ringgit, It's not such a big sacrifice. And guess what? Dia bagi wife dia apa? Birthday present, dia bagi wife dia apa? Range Rover sebiji. Kereta Range Rover. Kau nampak tak? Kau sebagai seorang perempuan simpanan, harga kau banyak tu je. Harga pusing kau banyak tu je. Nampak tak? Can you see it? If I take the present, but I'm not gonna be with him. I will dump him and find somebody else. You understand what I'm saying tak? Nampak tak? Search for his source of power. What is his source of power? What actually motivates him? You need to find out that one. Okay. Lepas tu, okay. Nombor 6. Offer him no resistance. Maknanya, in the beginning, you always like macam, you allow him to do whatever he wants to do. You macam relax about it. You tak bising, tak apa. And see where he goes. Nampak? You tengok apa dia buat. When you give him so much power, I'm talking about power here. When you actually offer him no resistance, zero resistance in the beginning, dengan harapan you sebenarnya nak tengok perangai dia, actually you are very smart woman. You know, when you give him so much power from the very beginning, just give him that power first. Tengok apa dia buat. Give him no resistance. Maknanya just let him do what he wants to do. Blah 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 blah. Lepas tu you take a step back, you relax, you cool, you perhati. Perhati dengan orang kata bindang yang terbuka. And see what he do. Okay. Nombor 7. Okay, this last one, this is the most beautiful one. Okay, I'm going to make my video less than 25 minutes. I think it's a little bit too long already. Okay, number 7. Number 7, this is the last one. Tengok siapa yang dia admire dan siapa yang dia benci. Look at who he looks up to and who he hates. And why. You have to find out why. Very simple. Ada setengah lelaki suka Tun Mahathir. Dia memang idola dia. Oh, my idola is actually Tun Mahathir. You have to find out why he likes Tun Mahathir. Why? Some guy would say, oh, I love him because he's powerful. He's so powerful. Meaning what? He also loves power. You faham tak? Some guy might say that, macam I adore Tun Mahathir. You know why? Because he's a strategist. To me, he's the grand strategist. Because I myself is a strategist. Faham? Nampak? Ada setengah suka Rosmah Mansor. Oh, I suka sangat Rosmah Mansor. Biar aku tak peduli orang lain tak suka. Tapi aku suka Rosmah Mansor. You need to find out why Rosmah Mansor. Because dia boleh beli handbag, handbag dia suka bling-bling. There's always something. When the person admires somebody, there's always something there. You look for the signs. You tengok. Lepas tu look at who he hates. Dia tak suka siapa. So far I never hated anybody except for my ex-boss dulu, yang buang I without compensation and without that one. That one, I really hate him. I hate him because you know why? Because he's two-faced. Depan I baik, belakang tikam. I hate him because of that. You also need to find out that this guy benci kat siapa. And why? You understand? Okay, if you can find out why, then I tell you, you are not going to make so much of mistake. Faham? Sekarang ni I nak ajar you how to get the right man for you. You have to start with all this. Remember, number 1, always have an open mind. Free your mind. You jangan ada perasaan suka, sayang apa semua. Put that aside first. Only then you can see all these things. Nampak? After you see all these things, then you decide whether you want to be with him or not. Babe, jadi perempuan cerdik, okay? Aku tak nak kau tiba-tiba menangis. Kenapa lah aku dapat jantan macam ni? Actually, it's your fault. Because you don't know how to do it. You do not know how to read his actions. Kau duk sibuk kerja dia. Alright, take care, bye.